They came, just like they came to every frontier mankind has ever had. Men, women, and children left the safety of home and came to the cruelest edge of space. They came looking for opportunity, a chance to make it big, a lucky strike. Engineers, traders, and miners came in their thousands to a new place where just a little hardship would earn them a better life. After all, justice dictates that is exactly what should happen. But here, on the very rim of known space, justice is a long way away.
Watch it!
Sorry, Cal. Must be getting old. You move pretty fast in your old age.
Ha ha, very funny. So what'd you get me then?
Oh, will you look at that. I lost the drill bit again. I'm gonna have to burn it out. Can you fix me the lens?
Okay. We've got plenty more bits. Why don't you just fit another? It'll take an age to get that one out.
I can't afford to leave it there.
Locked and loaded.
Thanks. That should do the trick. Cal, you knock off now. You get yourself back home before it gets too busy.
But I want to stay and help out.
You've been a big help, but I'm just about finished now. Anyway, with it being your birthday and all, well, you never know what might be waiting for you.
Oh, so you have got me something. What is it?
Go home and you'll see. Anyhow, I got some blasting to do. I need you out of the way.
Okay, thanks, Dad. I'll see you later, yeah?
I just hope you don't get along.
Good day, Mr. Johnston. It's Caleb Mars. I believe we have unfinished business.
Caleb who?
This vessel is registered to a Mr. Felix Johnston.
Oh, that'd be my dad. He's down at the mine face. You're welcome. weird. Ah!
Ah, Mr. Cal Johnston, I presume. What are you doing on your backside? Well, boy, do you speak?
Of course I can speak. Who are you?
Well, let me introduce myself. My name is Jefferson Clay. I was born more than 200 years ago. It was your father's final wish, rest his soul, that I
What do you mean, final wish? You're talking like he's dead or something. Look, if this is some kind of joke, then it's not very funny. I've just left my dad back at the mine face. He said...
Cal! Damn it!
Mr. Johnston, I thought I'd come and pay you a visit.
Hello, Caleb. I'm surprised that you do this sort of work yourself.
Well, in your case, I'm making an exception. Our loan records say that we haven't received a payment from you for...
3 months. Where's my money, Felix?
Mas, we've been here before. I paid for this ship 10 times over. The matter is closed. Now, if you don't mind, I've got a job to do.
I am sorry to say I had anticipated this response.
And in these situations, we have very clear instructions to close your account.
Okay, take him down.
That's what I thought you'd say. I'm sorry, son.
Please clear the area.
Dad! Come in, Dad! Can you hear me? Why aren't you answering? No!
My father died and took some gangsters down with him. Hoffer's Gap had itself a new orphan, but that wasn't so unusual. Like any other frontier town, the only guy who made a regular living was the undertaker. He left me Clay as a sort of surrogate parent. He was one hell of a lousy babysitter.
I know you're hurting right now, kid, but you gotta stay sharp. You can't stay here. When you're in this command section, you're in no position to do anything. I know a place where you might be able to get a new ship. See the flashing in the top right of the screen? That's what's known as the orb. This is used to locate nearby contacts in 3D space around you. In the bottom right of the screen, there is your contact list showing details of nearby vessels and stations or any waypoints. We'll come back to this later. In the top left, you can see the multi-function display. This gives you more details about your current target and other important information. Below this is the current selected weapon display. This shows the type of weapon you're using and the amount of ammo remaining. While flying around, you'll probably find the HUD menu an invaluable aid when performing flight functions. Once you bring it up and navigate through it, I'll tell you about each of the menu sections individually. Okay, now we'll look at the contact list a bit more. Everything within sensor range is displayed on this. That's it. Now select my waypoint from the list and fly towards it. Use the direction indicators on the HUD for guidance on its direction. Good. Looks like you got the hang of that. Okay, let's move on. When you're around stations, you'll be unable to use your LDS drive because of the LDS inhibit fields generated by them. You can tell if you're in an LDS inhibit field by a green exclamation in a circle on the HUD. When using autopilots, all ships are limited by the speed limits imposed by the station. Autopilots are incredibly useful for navigating through space. The first autopilot is the approach. You'll use this one a lot. Try selecting a ship near you by getting it in the reticle and pressing Select Target. Then engage Approach to move towards it. As you can see, once the approach is engaged, your ship will turn to point at your target and begin to move towards it. The next autopilot is Formate, handy for following other ships. Again, select a ship near you and engage Formate. With Formate engaged, your ship will obtain an orientation relative to your target and try to maintain a constant distance from it. Flying in formation made easy. Okay, let's disengage the autopilot and move on. Good. The final autopilot is the dock autopilot. You'll find this useful when you need to talk to people at stations or pick up cargo you want to carry around. Try it out now by docking to that abandoned hulk on your ship's contact list. Looks like you got the hang of that. Let's undock and I'll continue. Next, let's try using the LDS drive on your ship to travel to a destination using the star map. Bring up the star map now. This is the star map. From here you can select locations throughout any of the systems. Let's start by selecting the planet Griffon. It's around Harth's Wake Alpha. You got it, kid. That's the one. Now let's fly towards it. Try out your autopilot. It'll put you into LDS once we get out of this LDSI field. Good. We've cleared the LDSI field and we've entered LDS. The HUD lines have turned green to indicate this. You can see the distance to our target on the HUD by the reticle in the center of the screen. Okay, this is it. It's not too far from our final destination now, Lucretia's base. It's an old converted biobomber tucked away inside a field of charged particles and asteroids known as the Ifrit. If you go to the star map again, you can select it and head towards it. Okay, let's go. We're here. This is the edge of the Ifrit. I'm afraid I don't know the exact location of the base, and it's hard to navigate with all this interference. However, there's a route through if we follow the marked asteroids. I'll point them out as I spot them. You fly to each asteroid. That helps me locate the next one. I'm bringing up the first waypoint now. And another. Found the next one.
It's real dark in here, Clay. Are you sure everything's working?
The base must be running on emergency power. See that diagnostic screen over there? What's it say?
It says, fuel rod malfunction. Is that bad?
Smart kid. Yeah, it's bad. To get this place back online, we're gonna need a whole new set of fuel rods. This is the nerve center of your grandma's base. From here, you can access every area and system. Or you could if everything was working. Some functions seem okay. Try looking at the hangar. This console is where you can access all the emails sent to the base. Once you've read the incoming messages, they get moved to the archive.
We can receive emails? I thought the base was supposed to be a secret hideout.
It's real secret. Your grandma set up a system so that encrypted messages get routed through a constantly changing array of satellites and then broadcast onto a wide band. The base then picks up the broadcast with its passive sensors. People can contact the base, even though they can't find it. Pretty cunning, huh?
Hey, Clay, it looks like there's a message here. Unread.
So there is, kid. It's signed by your grandmother. You can open it.
My grandma was a space pirate? Cool. How come Dad didn't tell me? That's so much more interesting than boring old mining.
Oh, Cal, you gotta understand. Your dad and your grandma never really agreed on, well, anything. And your dad wanted to give you a real home life.
Oh yeah. Look where a real life got him. Owing money to that Mars guy. I wish he was a pirate, like Grandma. Then maybe he wouldn't... Then maybe Mars would be dead.
Now you listen, kid. Felix Johnston was a brave man and a good father. Okay, maybe mining's not the most glamorous career, or the most lucrative, but he was always there for you. Space piracy may seem exciting and glamorous, and okay, maybe it is. But remember your grandma's email. There's a price to pay for the things we want. Maybe one day you'll appreciate what your dad did for you, and you can be proud of him. This place is gloomy with this emergency lighting. What do you say we get out of here and get into a ship? I'll show you how to fly the Storm Petrel. There's a training ground just outside the base. Your grandma built it so her crew could become crack pilots before going out in the big, wide world. You can do the same. This is the hangar for the base. Your grandma once had nearly 30 ships docked here. Her own fleet. Looks a bit empty now. Just your old command section and the Storm Petrel. From the hangar, you can access all the systems required for fitting out a ship. That's the loadout. And you can also see the manifest, which shows you the gear you fitted to each of your ships.
Wow, look at that ship. Is that Grandma's?
Yep, that's the Storm Petrel. Scourge of the space lanes back in its day. Man, that sure brings back memories. We had it so good then.
I want to fly it, okay?
Sure, kid, you can fly it. But first things first. We need to get this old base back online before anything else. And there'll be plenty of time to go tearing around in your own personal warship. Here you can select which ship in the hangar you want to load out and fly. Here you can select from up to 4 types of loadout for each ship. The loadouts will choose the most appropriate equipment in your station inventory to fit to a ship for the selected purpose. A damn sight easier than doing it all by hand, but you can still customize it if you want. The add cargo facility is used when you want to carry the goods out of the station. This console allows you to modify the 4 standard loadouts by forcing the loadout algorithm to always load certain pieces of equipment of your choice onto the ship. There's a nearby training ground that Lucretia used for training new recruits. A lot of wannabe pirates washed out there. Hope you do better. Before I let you pilot the Storm Petrel, I want you to complete the course. I've marked up a waypoint for it. I also recommend you familiarize yourself with your weapons. You can do this at the weapon training area. Just fly to the waypoint I've marked. Okay, this is the training ground. To complete the course, you must fly through the rings you see before you in the order they come up on your ship's contact list. Sound easy? You gotta do it in under 3 minutes. Still sound too easy for a hotshot like you? Well, around the course are a number of targets. See if you can shoot them. They'll become visible when you fly near them. When you hit one, it'll stop moving and be removed from your contact list. Any targets left unshot at the end will be added as time penalties. Oh yeah, if it gets too tough for you out there, and you want to quit or restart the course, you can fly back to this starting waypoint. Okay kid, what'll it be?
Let me fly the course.
On your mark. Go! That's one down. There goes another. Three down. Only one left now. That's all of the targets. Course complete. You hit all the targets. Well done, kid. Huh. Guess you're ready to fly the Storm Petrel after all. I've enabled the Storm Petrel for launch in the base. When you're ready, head back there. Congratulations! You made a new all-time best. Here we are at the weapons training area. From here you can try out some of your weaponry on the targets and learn some useful tactics for combat. Around this area you will find 5 targets and a training ship. The targets are displayed on your contact list as hostile at the moment, so you can target them easily by pressing the nearest enemy key. The training ship has remote link enabled on it, so feel free to remote link to it and fly it around. You have 2 types of weapons equipped on your ship, primary and secondary. Primary ones consist mainly of energy or ammunition-based weapons, while your secondary ones consist of missile-based weapons. Cycle through your primary and secondary weapons using the corresponding selection keys and try out your different weapons on the targets. Once you've hit a target, it will become friendly to you, and so will turn blue on your contact list. When all targets are hit, they will be reset to hostile. Good. You hit all the targets. I'll reset them and you can try again. Good. You hit all the targets. I'll reset them and you can try again. Well, your piloting skills have improved a little. Not bad for a kid.
So can I finally do something besides fly through stupid rings?
Hey, don't get carried away. It's a bad world out there, kid. If you don't know how to fly and shoot, you'll end up space dust. Now tell me what you know about the Hoffa's Wake system.
Okay, I don't know too much, Clay. I never got to leave the asteroid belt before.
In that case, it's time you saw a few of the landmarks of Hoffa's Wake. And at the same time, we can sniff around for some reactor rods.